What's going on, everybody? This is Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media, coming at you today to do a little talking about Loot Crate. So just going to jump right in. So for those of you who do not already know, I've canceled my subscription to Loot Crate. I've decided that several months of subpar merchandise is just enough to make me reconsider if giving them my money is the right thing at this time. Several of the Facebook groups and online reviews that you can find also show kind of a trend that they're not moving in the right direction. I've had a couple of small, very minor concerns with their customer service and shipping. Nothing that would be the final straw to leave. Honestly, this little soapbox that I'm going to get on, is more about the merchandise that they're giving me. So let me start with the positives here of Loot Crate. I think it is absolutely ingenious to have a nerdy, monthly changing themed box sent to people with just cool stuff. That's a great idea. And when I first started getting these several years ago, I think like 3 years ago, it was just amazing. Even on months when the main thing or whatever it was isn't something I was necessarily into, I still thought it was cool. For example, I'm not a huge X-Files fan. I watched the show a little bit growing up, but it wasn't my favorite thing. But the t-shirts, some of the other cool stuff they've given us from X-Files. Same thing with Transformers, t-shirts, some of the cool boxes that you can cut, stuff like that. But really, it's really neat when you think about the fact that you can show up at your house one day a month, and if you just know what the theme is and you ignore all the spoilers and everything, you have a box with surprises waiting for you. So that was always something that I really enjoyed about Loot Crate, just that basic premise that if you stay away from the spoilers, you can have some fun. So the other big positive is you generally do get your value back. Let's just assume that t-shirts are $10 on their own. That's, most people are paying about $13 to $20 roughly per box after shipping. Give or take a few bones depending upon what you do and where you do it. But overall, if we assume that a shirt is just $10 on its own, you're making your money back very easily. Now, for example, that Rick and Morty shirt we got a couple of months ago, I wouldn't be surprised to see that as $15 or $20 in a store if it was sold normally. So there's certainly times where they have home runs, and there's times where they do not. So those are the positives. Let's talk about the negatives. The negative is that you don't know. You don't have any control over what you're getting. If you just sign up for the subscription service, you're just at the mercy of whoever makes these boxes. The other negative is that you have to hope that the shipping works out in your favor. If you live in any type of area where your box has to be left outside, you need to hope that there's no rain. If you live in any type of area where shipping takes a little bit longer, for me, example, I don't necessarily live in the country, but a move from the main city of Champaign to a smaller, more rural area of Oakwood has changed the delivery structure of my box so much that most of the time now I'm getting it the first day of the following month. So, and that's with the tracking information, which generally is correct. I'll give them their credit. One minor thing that I'll add in that a couple people have been commenting on, and I've seen a lot more of lately, is the customer service experience. I think that for a company like Loot Crate, who is selling merchandise to nerds who are going on blind faith that they're going to get something good and cool, you have to have good customer service. There's no excuse. Good turnaround time, good product, understanding representative, things like that. I've had a few times where I've had to contact customer service. It's pretty standard, like I said at the beginning, minor things that they took care of. They didn't make me feel like I was on my own, but it was an inconvenience. Something that you're seeing more and more people talk about, the inconvenience. So that brings me to, is it worth to get Loot Crate anymore? For me, no, it's not. I think that for some people, it's still a very cool product because of what they release, because of how they release it, because of what you're trying to gain. For me personally, I don't see this as a profitable or really even that enjoyable way to spend my money. And when something gets to that point, it's only smart as a human being to separate yourself and not do that thing, right? So that's kind of how I feel about it. Is the boxes have not been great. A lot of concerns over the recent online issues in terms of shipping and in terms of all the other things that are going on. It makes me think, hey, maybe I need a break because I don't want to have to make a video dedicated to ripping on Loot Crate in that manner. I will say, for a very solid 3 years, I would say about 80% of the boxes I got were legit. Absolutely top tier, loved them. Most of the boxes that I absolutely despise and just cannot stand have been released in the past 6 months. 2 of the last 3, including the Christmas box, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, that was one of the worst boxes I've ever seen. I mean, absolute garbage in my opinion. And then this most recent one, I'm just really disappointed. So I don't want to get on a rant about, the Loot Crate I know and love is gone and all this, but it definitely seems like at this time, Loot Crate is moving their products and their focus in a different direction than what I, as the consumer, would be comfortable spending my money on. What I would suggest is be aware of what you're getting with them. Don't just blindly continue to renew. Because it does seem like things are changing a bit. They're going kind of all over the map. And honestly, I want you guys to ask yourself something. How many more great themes and great boxes can they really come out with in their current structure? There's only so many more Transformer and X-File shirts and things that you can give. And I really don't think they've done too much with Pokemon. I'm shocked they haven't done anything with Magic the Gathering or Wizards of the Coast. And we've seen some Star Wars, Star Trek, some Jurassic Park. I mean, we've seen cool stuff. But at some point, you can only have so many Funko Pops. You can only have so many posters for the wall. You can only have so many black T-shirts that have, or dark blue T-shirts that have just different designs on them. At some point, you need something. You're going to want something more. Now, whether that comes to you 1 or 2 boxes in, or 36 boxes in like me, that's just how it works. Some point you're going to just feel like, hey, I've been getting a Funko Pop, a button, or a pin, and a T-shirt. Give me something a little different. And in reality, what they've done is great. I may pick up the occasional box just as one-ofs, and I'll definitely open them on the channel, but no, overall, I think that this is a real good time for me to cancel subscription. So I don't know if I have any more coming. I think I might have like one more coming to me, which I think the next one's like Back to the Future and Simpsons themed. So of course, stuff that I would really enjoy. But yeah, guys, I want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you guys think about the set of issues that I brought up? Do you think Loot Crate's doing the right thing? Do you think they have room to improve? Tell me what you think. Subscribe below. Show me some love. I'm doing everything I can to make this channel awesome, but if there's something you'd like to see, of course, let me know, and we'll talk to you guys next time.